200,000 miles. That number used to mean a car was finished, ready for the junkyard, stripped for parts, or handed down to a teenager as a learning experience. But Hyundai changed the conversation. Over the past 2 decades, these vehicles have quietly earned a reputation for going the distance. And a huge part of that story lives underneath the car, in the transmission. Here is the thing most people never think about when they are buying a Hyundai. They look at the warranty. They compare the fuel economy numbers. They check what the infotainment screen can do. But the transmission? That decision gets made for them. And it is a decision that will follow them for the entire life of the vehicle. Get the right one, and you will be talking about 200,000 miles like it is nothing. Get the wrong one, and you may be talking about transmission replacement long before you ever get there. So we did the homework. We looked at long-term ownership data, real-world complaints, repair frequency, fluid life, and how each of Hyundai's transmission types holds up well past the 100,000-mile mark, all the way to and beyond 200,000 miles. What we found was clear. One transmission type consistently outperformed the others in durability, predictability, and long-term cost. And the results may surprise you. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly which Hyundai transmission is worth betting your next decade on, and which ones deserve a second look before you sign anything. Test 1. The traditional automatic, the 6-speed that built Hyundai's reputation. Let us start with the transmission that most people actually grew up with, Hyundai's traditional 6-speed torque converter automatic. If you have owned a Sonata, a Santa Fe, or an older Tucson, there is a reasonable chance this is what you have been driving behind. And after 200,000 miles of real-world data, this transmission still holds up remarkably well. The reason is straightforward. The 6-speed automatic is a mature, well-understood piece of engineering. Hyundai had years to refine it before it went into production, and the mechanical simplicity of a torque converter design means there are fewer failure points compared to something like a dual-clutch unit. It does not require the driver to do anything unusual. It shifts smoothly. It handles stop-and-go traffic without complaint. And as long as the transmission fluid is serviced on a reasonable schedule, something many owners skip, which is a separate conversation entirely, this unit can reach 200,000 miles without major internal work. What does show up at high mileage in the 6-speed automatic? Solenoid wear is the most common issue, and in some Sonata and Elantra applications, there were documented problems with harsh shifting between certain gears that required software updates or solenoid replacement. These are not catastrophic failures. They are manageable repairs that a good independent shop can handle at a fraction of dealership prices. The 6-speed automatic scores well here because its weaknesses are known, its parts are widely available, and the repair community has decades of experience with it. That matters enormously when you are 200,000 miles deep and something needs attention. Test 2. The DCT, the dual clutch that divided owners. Now we need to talk about the one that generated more owner complaints than any other transmission Hyundai has ever made, the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, also called the DCT. You will find this unit in the Elantra, the Veloster, and several Kona configurations. It arrived promising fuel efficiency gains and sporty responsiveness, and in some ways it delivered on both. But after 200,000 miles, a very different picture emerges. The dual-clutch transmission is, at its core, 2 manual gearboxes sharing the same housing. One clutch handles odd gears, one handles even gears, and the whole system pre-selects your next gear before you even finish making the current shift. In theory, this is brilliant. In practice, at low speeds and in heavy traffic, it can feel like the transmission is still making up its mind while you're trying to move forward from a stoplight. That hesitation, that characteristic shudder and grab at low throttle is not just an annoyance. Over time, it accelerates clutch wear. The dry dual-clutch variant that Hyundai used, as opposed to a wet clutch design bathed in fluid, turned out to be particularly sensitive to the kind of stop-and-go driving that defines daily commutes in most American cities. Hyundai extended warranties on these units and issued technical service bulletins addressing the shudder. There was software recalibration, there were clutch replacement programs, and in severe cases, full transmission replacements happened well before the 200,000-mile mark. To be fair, the DCT is not universally bad. Owners who understood its nature, drove smoothly, and kept up with the recommended service intervals saw far fewer problems. But as a transmission that you should expect to run trouble-free for 200,000 miles with average ownership behavior, it falls behind the other options in this comparison, and the data reflects that clearly. Test 3. The CVT, Hyundai's efficiency play and where it stands at high mileage. Continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, have had a complicated reputation across the entire automotive industry. Toyota uses them. Honda uses them. Nissan used one so extensively it became the subject of class action lawsuits. Hyundai has deployed their CVT in select applications, and the question of how it holds up at 200,000 miles is one that deserves a genuine, honest answer rather than reflexive dismissal. The CVT replaces traditional fixed gears with a belt and pulley system that provides a theoretically infinite range of gear ratios. The result is smooth, uninterrupted power delivery and notably improved fuel economy on the highway. For buyers who primarily drive on open roads with consistent speeds, a CVT can be an excellent match for their habits. The challenge at high mileage is the belt. CVT belts are under constant friction and tension, and they degrade over time in a way that traditional gear sets do not. When a CVT belt starts to go, the symptoms are subtle at first. A slight variation in engine tone, a sense that the transmission is hunting for the right ratio, eventually a slipping sensation under hard acceleration. By the time those symptoms are obvious, the cost of internal repair is often high enough that many owners face a decision between a remanufactured unit or walking away from the vehicle entirely. Hyundai's CVT applications are a smaller part of their lineup compared to brands that have leaned harder into the technology, which means the long-term data set is more limited. What we can say is that owners who serviced the CVT fluid religiously, not just at 60,000 miles, but at intervals closer to every 30,000 to 40,000 miles under normal use, saw dramatically better long-term outcomes. The CVT is not a transmission you can ignore and expect to reach 200,000 miles intact. It rewards attentiveness and punishes neglect. Test 4. The 8-speed automatic, the modern standard-bearer. When Hyundai moved its larger vehicles, the Palisade, the Sonata in its more recent generations, the Santa Fe, and the Genesis adjacent products, to an 8-speed torque converter automatic, they were making a statement. This was no longer a budget automaker patching together adequate components. This was a manufacturer building a flagship-level powertrain and putting it in volume production vehicles. The 8-speed automatic deserves its own section in this test because at 200,000 miles, it is pulling ahead of the field. The shift logic is smoother than the 6-speed. The overdrive ratios are more efficient on the highway, and the torque converter lockup strategy reduces heat and wear during cruise conditions. Heat is the transmission's great enemy, and this unit manages it better than anything else in the Hyundai lineup. Owners of high-mileage Palisades and later generation Sonatas report that the 8-speed simply fades into the background. It does what it is supposed to do, it does not draw attention to itself, and the failures that do appear at high mileage are generally limited to solenoids and fluid degradation, predictable, serviceable problems rather than fundamental mechanical failures. When you compare that against the shudder complaints of the DCT and the belt anxiety of the CVT, the 8-speed automatic stands out as the most confidence-inspiring transmission in Hyundai's current portfolio for buyers who are thinking in terms of genuine long-term ownership. The one caution worth raising here is cost. If the 8-speed does require significant internal work, you are dealing with a more complex unit than the 6-speed, and labor costs reflect that. But the frequency of that need appears to be notably lower, which means the expected total cost over 200,000 miles still compares favorably. Test 5. The maintenance factor. What every Hyundai owner gets wrong. This is where we have to be completely honest with you, because no transmission comparison means anything if we do not address the single variable that influences every outcome more than the hardware itself: how the owner treats it. Hyundai's official maintenance schedules on transmissions are conservative in a way that protects the warranty relationship, but may not reflect what the transmission actually needs for 200,000-mile survival. Sealed-for-life labeling on some transmission sumps does not mean the fluid lasts forever. It means Hyundai calculated that the fluid would last through the warranty period under average conditions. Your conditions may not be average. If you drive in a city, if you tow anything, if you live somewhere with extreme heat or cold, if you spend time in stop-and-go traffic, all of those conditions accelerate fluid degradation. Dark, burnt-smelling transmission fluid is not just cosmetically unpleasant, it is abrasive. It carries metal particles from normal wear back through the system and continues the damage on the next cycle. Owners who opened their transmission pans at 100,000 miles and found dark fluid, then changed it and continued servicing every 40,000 to 50,000 miles after that, report dramatically different outcomes than owners who never touched the fluid until something went wrong. Across every transmission type in this test, the The 6-speed, the DCT, the CVT, and the 8-speed, the maintenance variables separated the 200,000-mile success stories from the 130,000-mile failure stories more consistently than any other single factor. If you take nothing else from this video, to take that. If this kind of long-term ownership insight is useful to you, hit subscribe right now. We put out this type of deep dive content every week, and missing it can be expensive. Test 6. Real owner data, what 200,000-mile Hyundai drivers actually report. Beyond the engineering analysis, we looked at what real Hyundai owners with verified high-mileage vehicles actually experienced. The forums, the long-term ownership reports, the Reddit threads, the technical service community. They paint a consistent picture that aligns with the mechanical logic we have been walking through. Owners of high-mileage Hyundais with the traditional 6-speed automatic frequently describe the transmission as an afterthought, something they serviced occasionally and never thought about again. The complaints that do appear at 150,000 to 200,000 miles are almost always traced back to deferred maintenance rather than fundamental design flaws. Solenoid replacement at 170,000 miles on a car with unmaintained fluid is not a product failure story. It is a predictable outcome of a specific ownership pattern. The DCT stories are more varied and more dramatic. Some owners with the Elantra DCT describe a completely trouble-free experience through 180,000 miles. Others describe clutch replacement at 80,000 miles, then again at 140,000, and an overall sense that the transmission was always the weak point of an otherwise solid car. The difference in these stories is not random. The owners who report the best outcomes consistently describe smoother driving habits, faster responses to early shudder symptoms, and proactive fluid maintenance. The owners with the worst outcomes often describe ignoring the early shudder, describing it as just how it drives, until the problem became undeniable. 8-speed owners in the high-mileage category are the most uniformly positive. The recurring theme across these reports is consistency. The transmission behaves the same at 180,000 miles as it did at 30,000 miles. That kind of longevity testimony is not accidental. It is the product of a well-engineered design meeting reasonable ownership behavior. The bottom line: after 200,000 miles of real-world evidence, one transmission stands clearly above the rest in the Hyundai lineup, and that is the 8-speed torque converter automatic. It combines the mechanical predictability of a traditional automatic with modern efficiency and shift refinement, and it does it in a package that holds together at genuinely high mileage with regular service. If you are shopping for a Hyundai today with the intention of keeping it for 10 or 12 years, knowing that your vehicle has the 8-speed automatic under it should give you genuine confidence. The 6-speed automatic is not far behind. And for buyers of older Hyundai models, it remains a highly capable, serviceable transmission that can absolutely reach 200,000 miles in good condition. Its parts are everywhere, its failure modes are well understood, and a competent transmission shop knows exactly what to do with it. That accessibility counts for a lot at high mileage. The CVT is viable but demanding. It rewards the owners who treat it with intentional care and punishes neglect more harshly than a traditional automatic would. Know what you are getting into, service it aggressively, and it can serve you well. Walk away from it expecting a set-and-forget experience, and the results will be expensive. The dual-clutch transmission is the one that requires the most honest self-assessment before purchase. If your daily driving is genuinely mixed, highway miles, smooth suburban roads, predictable traffic, it can work. If your life is a stop-and-go urban commute, the DCT's low-speed behavior will work against you over the long term, no matter how well you maintain it. But here is the point that matters more than any transmission ranking. The gap between a 200,000-mile transmission and one that fails at 120,000 miles is almost never the badge on the transmission itself. It is almost always the oil in it. Service your transmission. Do not wait for symptoms. Do not assume sealed for life is a permanent promise. Open that pan, look at the fluid, and make a decision based on what you see rather than what the maintenance schedule says. That single habit, practiced consistently, will do more for your Hyundai's long-term survival than any other choice you can make as an owner. The Hyundai that goes 200,000 miles without a transmission story is not lucky. It is maintained. And now you know exactly what that means.